Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to explore the databases SEDAR and EDGAR. SEDAR and EDGAR are databases where we can find company filings where they file their financial data with the government. If we're on the Business 100 Libguide, we are going to go to Key Resources and go down to Company Filings. SEDAR is for Canadian companies and EDGAR is for American companies. We're going to start off by looking at SEDAR. So if you have a Canadian company, this is where you will go. I suppose it's called SEDAR Plus now. We are going to go to this top bar here and click on the SEDAR Plus search and click on Profiles because we're looking for a company profile. There we are. On this page, we're gonna where it's already highlighted in the box in yellow, the profile name. So I'm gonna do Canadian company, Lululemon, and I'm gonna hit enter, or you can click the green search box here. Below, I now see the name of my company, Lululemon Athletica, and I'm gonna click on this. It's a little bit slow to load, but just have patience, you'll get there. This page has information about the company, but we want to look at the documents. So I'll click on the link that says search and download documents for this profile. Now we're under the documents section for Lululemon, as we can see at the top of the gray box here. If we scroll down a little bit, what we're really looking for, your report probably tells you to look at the management discussion and analysis. So under document type, we can actually do MD, and then you'll see some document types are popping up. You can select on the interim, so that's one that's available. Oops. Oh, what's happening to my search? If anything odd happens, just click back. Here we go. The interim. There should also be an annual. There we go. So I'm going to have these two as my search options. Okay, now that it's loaded there, I'm going to click. I'll just show you quickly before I click on search. If you didn't say what document type you wanted, you just have a big long list of all of these filings, alternative monthly report, voting results, filing certificates, all of these things that maybe we are not really interested in looking in. Perhaps you are interested in looking for your report, but this management discussion and analysis is really a core document you want to find. So I'll click on the green search box. And now I have all of the things that are coming up are exactly what I'm looking for. There's an interim MD&A from June of this year, but the annual one is from March, so that's not too far. You could look at both and see if there's a little bit of a difference. I'm going to look at the annual one. So I'm going to click on the wording annual MD&A English PDF. It gives me a PDF to download, and I'll just open that on the side. So here we are, management discussion and analysis of the financial condition and results of operations. So, here we've got the sections from the report you can look at. This is 15 pages worth. So odds are there's something in here that you'll be able to use for your SWOT, your PESTLE on your report, right? Brand campaigns, activations, product innovations, financial highlights, market conditions, lots of great gross profit, lots of great information you can grab here. Again, filed by the company themselves. That is SEDAR, so that's how you'll search if you have a Canadian company. If you're using a company with headquarters in the States, you will use the second link, EDGAR, here. So EDGAR looks a little bit different, but same idea. Here on this main search by name, ticker symbol, we're going to do our example, Starbucks. You can hit submit or click enter. From here, there's two options. The first one is retail eating, drinking places. The other one is miscellaneous food, prep, and products. I'm going to click on retail eating and drinking places. So that link brings me to the company page where we have some of their filings here. Things you want to look for, I believe we say in our guide, you can look for the 10K, 10Q, and HK. My preference is probably a 10K, that's an annual report, or a 10Q, which is a quarterly report. So you can either search down and look at the codes here. So I can see as the third option is the quarterly report from July. That might be something you want to look at. I'll click on the word documents that's linked. It brings you to this page, and you'll see under document format files, the 10Q under description. You'll go over to document, and I'm going to click on this link, and it kind of pops up this file in the web browser as it were. Oh, it's taking a moment to load, but I can see here, Form 10Q, the quarterly report for Starbucks. This all looks good. I can scroll down a little bit, and here is the, table of contents, if as it were, for this report. And so there should be, here we are, item 2, management discussion and analysis. If I click on this, it will bring me down to that that section. Here's a statement. Okay, we're going to scroll down. Introduction and overview of the management discussion and analysis. So you can read this here and take a look. So you can see there's charge, total net revenue, operating expenses. So lots of useful information about my company that I'm going to want to get from a report like this. And again, it's pretty recent. I'm just going to go back and show you in case, let's go back one more. In case, a 10Q is not popping up, immediately, you can type what you're searching for under the filter results and filing type. So I'm going to do a 10K because I'm not seeing that right away. Here we are, 10K, so an annual report. The last time they did an annual report was in November 2024. So I could also look at that. Perhaps I could compare it to the quarterly report and see if there's any major differences, and they should both have those sections for the management discussion and analysis. Here in the annual report, it's item number 7. So here we go, general overview, etc. And you could compare these graphs and these dates and etc. So that's how to use SEDAR and EDGAR. If you have questions about either of these, you can again come to the guide and check out our help sections for this, or you can talk to a librarian and we'd be happy to help you.